Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new edition of the FanDuel Hurry Up. This is Arden Franklyn here, and I'm joined by the one and only Tom Vecchio as we look at tonight's biggest stars for the NBA action. Tom, how's everything?
I'm doing good. We have a 10-game NBA slate to close out the week. There are a ton of injuries across the board, so we want to, wait on those, and we'll focus on the top studs that we want to be paying up for.
Absolutely. And tonight we start with the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum. JT's been on an incredible stretch. Literally, just the other week, we saw him score 60 points against the San Antonio Spurs. But he's been lighting up the entire league since the start of April, averaging 29 points per game. Tom, what makes JT such a good buy tonight as he faces the Chicago Bulls?
So first off, we know that Jaylen Brown is out for the Celtics tonight, and that means extra usage is going towards Tatum, a player that we know already shoots the ball a ton. When Tatum is on the court and Brown is off the court, he's holding a 35.2% usage rate, producing 1.35 FanDuel points per minute. That is a 4.4% increase in his usage. It's a 222 over-under. It's a close 4-point spread. We see Chicago right in the middle of the league, allowing 44.47 FanDuel points per game opposing power forwards. Not really worried about the matchup. We're worried about the extra usage that is going to be flowing towards Tatum. And ultimately, they need him out there, and they need him scoring 40 or 50 points because the Celtics are fighting for playoff seeding. We are down to the final few games of the season, and this is the time it matters for a lot of teams. So they're going to be leaning on Tatum that much more, especially with Brown off the court.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And what makes JT such a great player, even in his fourth season in the league, Tom, is he's also a double-doubles machine. Since the start of April, the man has produced 8 double-doubles, and he had a stretch where he produced 5 consecutive ones. So JT tonight against the Bulls, with the way he's been playing, you got to take advantage of that. Up next is we're heading out west for a prime-time Western Conference matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the reigning world champion LA Lakers. And we have to focus on Dame time. That's right, Damian Lillard. The all-star point guard has continued to do what he does best this season, averaging a career best in points, but he's also been embracing more of his role as a playmaker. Over the last 3 games, he's averaging 30 points per game and 10 assists. Tom, why should anybody take a chance on Dame time tonight as he faces the Lakers?
That's right. When it's game time, it's Dame time. And, in the middle of April, we saw Lillard sit out a few games due to an injury. He came back. He was looking good, but not great. He was scoring 35, 38, 40 FanDuel points, which is simply less than we'd be expecting from him. But over the past 4 games, he has posted 50 FanDuel points or more in every single game. As you mentioned, going for 30 and 10 in most of these games, which is great to see. Tonight, the matchup against the Lakers, I want to say, is looking pretty good. The Lakers have slipped and now are in the bottom half of the league when it comes to FanDuel points allowed per game to opposing point guards. We see the Lakers on the second half of a back-to-back. It's an 8-point spread in favor of the Trailblazers, but we know the Trailblazers play pretty fast and don't play a whole lot of defense, so I'm liking the back-and-forth potential and another 50-plus from Dame tonight.
I can't blame you for feeling that way. It's been crazy to see how the Lakers have been falling a bit on defense. But again, Dame is going to do what Dame is going to do. So if you have a chance to get Dame tonight, you have to take advantage, even though he's facing the Lakers. You already know what time it is. It's Dame time. Lastly, we have Julius Randall, the man, the myth, the legend out of New York, as he currently has the Knicks in a top 5 seed, and they're heading for a rematch. The other week, we saw them have a great game against the Suns at Madison Square Garden, and now they're heading to the desert to take on the Suns. Jay Randall has been playing one heck of a season, and his monster stretch continues. Tom, why would you take advantage of Jay Randall tonight as he faces the Suns out west?
So Randall's coming in at $9,700, and we certainly have a loaded power forward position tonight. At Antetokounmpo all the way up the top. We have Tatum, I just spoke about, and we have Randall sitting here as the 3rd most expensive option. I think he could go a bit overlooked tonight because on paper, it's a slightly tougher matchup against the Suns compared to Antetokounmpo, compared to Tatum, who we know is getting extra usage, all these sorts of things. So if Randall is not going to be as popular, I like him in tournaments tonight. He has that 40, 50 point kind of floor sometimes because he's out there for 38 minutes playing for Tom Thibodeau. We know he just plays his players a ton every single night. And if he's going to be in this closer game, which is I think a 6 or 7 point spread against the Suns, I like him hopefully less popular than the other 2 options and still able to go for 50 plus points.
If there's anything we know about Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle so far, it's that A, Randall's playing a lot of minutes, and B, he is certain getting a lot of shots. So I can't blame you for saying why you would take a chance on Jay Randall, who, by the way, some folks are starting to feel like maybe an MVP candidate, but you didn't hear that from me. So, hey, take advantage of Jay Randall if you have the chance tonight. Folks, that is that. Thank you once again for watching a new episode of the FanDuel Hurry Up. Tom, as always, thank you for your great insight. This is Arden Franklyn signing off. I'll holler at you next time.